Well, we reached out to both Uber and Lyft and are waiting to hear back. But take a look at this. You can see that just right now it changed, but we have been watching it. At one point it said that no cars were available on Uber. We've reached out to people throughout the valley who say that this has been a consistent problem booking rides about the spring break time. And we've even heard about some rogue drivers. When Josh Reising flew into town on Friday and tried to get a ride to Henderson from the airport, he booked on his phone and went to the rideshare area.
There must have been at least 10, 12 people in line waiting. And I saw a car out there that matched the description of the car that was described from my pickup.
The vehicle had both Uber and Lyft decals in the front window, so he asked the driver if it was the ride he booked.
And he said, you know what? To avoid all this, go ahead and just cancel the ride and I'll take you. Before I even told him where I was going, he just said, just book with me. We'll do everything under the table.
Josh agreed to pay $25 cash to avoid the wait. But over the weekend on Water Street in Henderson Saturday night, he tried to book both Uber and Lyft and couldn't get a car.
I must have been trying for at least a solid half hour, trying between Lyft and Uber, and there was no cars available. I eventually just canceled both of them and walked 40 minutes to get from one location to where I was trying to get to.
Uber is now asking its riders to contact the governor through a form on their website to bring back surge pricing, allowing them to charge more at peak times, something they say has led to a driver shortage. Surge pricing is paused right now in Nevada as the pandemic continues. Meanwhile, Lyft is offering new drivers who sign up a $3,000 guarantee for completing 180 rides in 30 days. And promising new drivers in Las Vegas, they will make up to $35 an hour. Numbers from the Taxi Cab Authority give a good idea of how the demand for rides has changed during the pandemic and what it's like now. In the months before the pandemic hit, typically there were about 1.1 to 1.2 million taxi rides a month in the state. By April 2020, that dropped to just about 12,000 rides, down 99% from April 2019. In the last few months, the numbers have climbed, jumping by hundreds of thousands. Last month, there were nearly 700,000 taxi rides in Nevada, up more than 300,000 in a month, though still about half of pre-pandemic levels. And continuing to monitor our Uber app right now, we are still at no cars available. It jumped back from that 10-minute mark. Again, we are still waiting to hear back from Uber and Lyft on the number of drivers that they have right now compared to pre-pandemic. But we did hear from the Nevada Taxi Cab Authority. They sent us a statement saying, quote, like the rideshare industry, the taxi industry has also been impacted by the federally supplemented unemployment insurance benefits related to drivers returning to work. So you can be sure that this is something that we will continue to follow. We're reporting live tonight in Henderson. Kim Passoff, Fox 5 News, local, Las Vegas.